In this pandemic, have you been wondering if it's a good time to buy or sell your house? Hi, this is Shanshan from Century 21 FM Realty. Earlier this month, there's an interview on the Brian Buffini show. It's called the podcast Every Homeowner Needs to Hear. They interviewed Dr. Lawrence Young, and he is the chief economist of National Association of Realtors. Mainly, he was saying that, even with the pandemic, with this many people claiming unemployment insurance, we have the stimulus package, which almost replaced some people's income. The housing market right now, since the pandemic, is pretty much like someone has pushed the pause button. So we are seeing the spring market happening right now in May. Also, he was comparing the market from this year to before. Seems like there's a big shortage in the number of new listings. We have the historically low mortgage rates. Right now it's about a little bit over 3 for 30 years and 2.6, 2.8 for 15 years. So buyers are taking advantage of that. We do see a slowdown in March, maybe early April, in the housing market, but people are starting to come back to the market and looking for houses. It's just that we are just not having the same kind of inventory as the year before. Also, he's predicting that at the end of this year, 2020, that the sale activity will be down by about 10 to 15%. So considering that for this whole year, we have quite a few months that when people have stayed at home order or not going anywhere or having problem with their employment, 10-15% is pretty good performance. And he's also predicting that coming 2021 next year, with all this pent-up demand, people, their reason for moving doesn't really change, it's just being delayed. So with the pent-up demand, he thinks that the sale next year is going to increase by 15% and the price will rise about 3 to 5%. So if you want to listen to that podcast yourself, it's I'll put a link around this post. We're going to take a look at our Fargo Moorhead market. So I gathered this information from the MLS today around almost 3 o'clock. You can take a look. I'll give you the enlarged versions very soon. I'm just going to focus on residential, so we're not looking at the land, we're not looking at commercial. But if you want any numbers like that, just let me know, because May hasn't finished. In a few days I'll make another video to look back the January to May. We're comparing just Fargo Moorhead West Fargo residential this year to last year. The first box right here is number of sold listings. January, there's a little bit increase, 1.6%. February was actually break even. There's no increase, but there's no decrease either. March, the number of sold listings is 13.4, and April is 12.8. And we're gonna go into the median sale price. So you can see the price was increasing, it's picking up in February, 6.1%. But comes March, of course, you know what happened March, and it decreased by about 5.8%. But in April, it came back. The median sale price used to be $215,000, and it went up to $225,000. And here's the box that we really want to pay attention to, especially if you're thinking about selling the house, is number of new listings comparing to last year. January, we already have a slow start, 24.1% less than last year. For this February, it's 21.4%. That's when things are starting to pick up. And March is 21.2% increase. But April, negative 30.7%. So last year in April, we had 501 new listings. But last month, this April, there's only 347. But don't you find that it's kind of interesting that even with a less number of new listings, the sold listings, they're still in increase. So with less houses on the market, people are still buying them. People's reason for needing to move has not changed. So you can see that the number of sold listings is still staying strong, whether there's much choice out there or not. So if you're thinking about selling a house, I would really suggest that you get on with jump to it, so that you have less competitors out there with your house. And the median list price right now is it was low to start with, but in April, the last line was 4.6% increase. So of course, now with all the listings that come onto the market, I think for 3 Mondays now, there's over 50 new listings every Monday. Monday is usually the day that we have the most listings. Even last Friday, I believe that was about 30 listings. So just give me a shout. You have any question related to real estate or not, if I can find an answer, I will certainly find out for you. And that will be the update for today, and hopefully you have a good rest of the day and the week. I'll talk to you some other time.